been up, I've been up, I've been up. I've been up, I've been up, I've been up, I've been up. Quit the fuss, show me love, I need love. Don't wanna leave me, yeah. I'm mixing up my damn problems. I'm mixing out all of that violence. If you with me, we on that fly shit. To all these worldly bastards round us, I say, I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let a fiend for. If this what you want, you best go be slow. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, me like you don't even exist. And I said, you be.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above when they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that. Let bygone be. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I tell you once, won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. You know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to wrong with step. I'm solid for show. To them fake niggas, stay silent. I got it. Let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss. Ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just pay with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep me slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets. That baby so belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
Excuse me, I mean that.
Wrap it up.
Shalom, yeah. Let's get the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yeshai Brakatham, and the sisters, Yahweh Shema Alatan Bashim Yahweh Shai. And this is the Monday law class. And on Tuesday, we have the Brotherhood. And Wednesday, we have scripture history class. And then Thursday, we have scripture breakdown. And Friday, we have the last one, Kodash. So we have something going on online right during the week. So your best opportunity is to log into the system, get online, and start get familiar with the schedule class from Monday to Friday. And if you want to speak, and if you want to learn to speak the Hebrew, it's a good class on a Friday with Officer Rabban. I think he's streamed from Manchester live. So basically, you ain't got nothing much no time to make no more excuse. You have everything online, and it is no point you trying to be strong, get confused out there in a religion, and then you start saying, well, we are teaching, we are cults and things. Well, the word cult only means secretive. So when you hear people say cult, the word cult means, if they speak Spanish, occulto, just means secretive. But you know what our people, as them say, they have this that says, if you want to hide something from so-called black people, put it in a book because they don't read. But see we are here. You don't have to be a great reader to come in and learn. Because if you come empty.
That's right.
Because we're gonna empty all of the filthiness so in your mind where you get caught up in the world and religion. And guess what happened? You come confused and think that you're confident to come challenge us. But no. We start from the ground up. So we hit the ground running when you come to ISUPK. They break you down and clean up your mind, clean you out of the foolishness. You get 6 months, 6 months at a 18 months to clean yourself up. And then you understand all of that you will learn was lies and deception. Anyway, tonight class is called Christ Coming Together, His People. So guess what? If you want to be among them that He come together, this is where you started.
Right.
Not in religion, not in the churches. Because you see what happened in the churches? Nothing good no left in there. Because guess what? Satan infiltrate the church and the pastor them start prostitute themselves for the offering plate. And that is so bad. So, make no mistake. Here says the home of the truth. And we ain't got nothing to hide. It's just the truth and nothing but the truth.
That's right.
So, basically, as we say tonight, classes, Christ is coming together, His people. And wherever they are scattered, that's where He's gathering them from. So, if we go to Isaiah 11, verse 11. So, Isaiah, Jeremiah. So,
the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set His hand again the second time to recover the remnant of His people.
Right. Hold on. So when He say He set His hand a second time, remember He get us from Egypt before, you know? And Egypt was in dire mourning, you know. That Pharaoh is so confident that he could have taken a chariot and chased them down and slaughter them to his heart desire. But little did they know, His judgment was awaiting him right in the middle of the ocean. Because what? He think that his sister is the moon and his brother is the sun and his other family member is the stars. Also, all of the luminaries in the sky, he labeled them as being part of his family. And if you look upon him, Pharaoh, when he's talking to you, you might burn. That's how ignorant those people were in those days. That you can't, when he speak to you, you can't look at him. Because you might just burst into. It's a rare disease anyway. So you can just burn, you just burst into flames. That's how stupid Fim idea was when he used to control the people. If you look at him when he speak, you might just burst into flames, right? We know that's one person ever recorded in our history that that happens to, right? But it's when the Most High put the fire upon anybody and they burn. Just like in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah, they burn, right? But he say he come again a second time to gather his people. I remember when the first time he come as a baby, he was only laying on the foundation. They crucify him, and even those who crucify him said they shall see him. So so those people are already gone. Ages ago they die. They turned fertilizer a long time ago. But no, when he said even they're gonna see him, means they're gonna be resurrected just to face their judgment. And what shall they say then? Ain't no more gambling for his garments. They ain't no more mocking him. They ain't gonna put no spear in his ribs and create the excitement and get on like they're celebrating something that you cannot celebrate something that is greater than you and think you can conquer it. No, you cannot conquer it and celebrate so you conquer. No. He's coming back. I make sure tell you, it was all of these was written before he comes, because all of the prophet from John, all of the prophets before him came and they prophesy about his coming and what he's coming to do. Now the church tell you that the law is done away because Christ come and he done away with the law. That's another topic, but no such thing. The law will never be done away with. Even if you go to the book of don't just stay right here. Let me find it. If you go to the book of Luke 16 verse 17, tell you that the law can never be done away with. Let me see if I'm in there. What's a mark? Luke 16, 17. Let's see what it says. So it says it's easier for the heaven and the earth to pass than one tittle or one the law shall fail. So it is said, scripture that said the same thing. In the book of Matthew, it said the same thing, and in the book of Luke, it said the same thing. So it is confirming to you, both in the two verses in the New Testament, Matthew and Luke, is in the New Testament. So sir, that's not done away with. It cannot be done away with. Because if you break your line, for you to get back into the person good book or to get back into your family home, you have to come back and apologize. I'm sure put effort into your work, into your words, and action likewise to say, look, now I want to come back home, but guess what you're gonna have to do if you want to come back home? Abide by the rules of this house. So how, if the law is done away with, what are we gonna go back to? Because we must have something to follow. We must have something that guide us. The law is there to guide us in every aspect of your life. If you're gonna eat, the law tell you how to eat. If you're gonna sleep, the law tell you how to sleep. Because you're not supposed to go to bed too late or wake up too early. The Bible tell you, the scriptures tell you that. You're not supposed to be a glutton. The law tell you that. Right? The scriptures tell you that. You're supposed to dress modestly. You're not supposed to walk on the street and behave like you're some vile gun and behave like nobody can tell you nothing because you're so learned, because you can't wipe your nose and wipe your ass now. No? You don't work like that. There must be something that govern and guide over you. That you understand. Don't step over there, sir. There are serious consequences. And that's what the law tell you. Then when the law was our schoolmaster, we still practice sins. Because the law, the opportunity there to be forgiven, you just go through a burn offering and whatever, you make your crocodile tears, and guess what? You run back out there again and there you see another opportunity. Just a little temptation and you run right back into it again and you say, oh, me sin again, let me go give me peace offering. Right? These are the things that our people continue to practice in this time and age. Even though we are in the last days, not days, these people continue to practice this evil thing And this evil thing is becoming like a normal thing. Look. Over the internet. Who you think is running the internet? Or people with all kind of derogatory things that they might do on the internet and come out with some nasty, disgusting life where they might talk about them lifestyle, how them live. You know, see the other nation really do things like that. Yeah, you find for them tradition like, you know, what them eat and regularly sleep with the animals and all of those things. But that's their life. That's what was given to them. That's what they take on. And they believe in that foolish thing because for them, God tell them, say, them for do it for mark our God and mark our people. So our people can fall and see him sinful activities. Well, when Christ come, Yahweh Shai, all of this are going to clean up. And you're going to realize that the law is not done away with. Right? So he said he will come to gather his people. And before he gather his people, what shall we do? Can you read that for me again? Okay.
Go on. The book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the island of the sea.
So now, he's not only going to gather us, he's going to gather us from every corner of the earth, every nation that you are scattered into. But first, we have to lay down the work, because you cannot get food on your table if you not go out and do some work or somebody don't provide it for you. And when you reach the age for you to provide for yourself, you're going to have to go out there and put your shoulders to the wheel. Yeah, you have to do the grind so you can get some money. Or if a farming you do, you're still going to have to till the soil to get your food. So the groundwork we must lay down. We get the guideline how to do it by gathering ourselves first. He said, gather yourself, O nation, not desire, which is Zephaniah 2 verse 1. So now, see, if you understand that he's coming to do the work, how are you going to be identified if you start to continue to do the things that the other nation do? You're going to just look like them. And this is what he said, you're a special people. Can we get that in the book of Deuteronomy 7 verse 6? Right? We are a special people. And for you to be identified, separate yourself from the other nation, you have to dress a certain way. You have to do things totally different from what the world teach you. Because remember, everybody want to be equal with you now. That they realize that ain't nothing about us hiding anymore. We wake up. And for those who out there, of our people who still don't believe what's happening, then I hope too late won't be your cry. Because it's not like we're going to show you that we are the living example. We are the living example. And we all put away the things of the world. Yes, it was a little difficult because everything you start for the first time comes with a challenge. Yeah? If you're going to learn to cook, you have to start think, what kind of food I will cook? Or may I go prepare it, right? You know, chicken at the universal meat. But it's easier to cook than anything else. So what kind of chicken you cook? You're going to brown stew, curry it, or whatever you want to do with it. But you have to decide what you want to do, and then how you're going to season it, because you don't want the food with too salt, because you can't take away the salt out of the food once you put it in, you know. It's like going to become insipid because you have add too much water to it, and then it's going to lose all of that seasoning put in it. So when Christ says coming, you have to tell you how to prepare yourself. Stop eating nasty food. Dress modestly. Love your brother. Of thy people. And don't get it wrong when you hear about love. You're talking about of thy people. So we must tell ourselves, so after you gather yourself and separate yourself from the other nation, what you're supposed to do? Love your people. Forgive your people for the things that they have done to you. Yes, it hurt. But remember what memory sustain your bad experience as a guideline to say, okay, I've trust this person and he hurt me in this way. I'm going to forgive him, but I'm going to keep my guard up just to prevent it. So in case we see the same thing occur again, we remind and say, okay, you done this to me before, so guess what? I'm not going to allow it. So you know, change your game plan, right? Once bitten, twice shy. So this is how we have to treat the other nation too. Once bitten, twice shy. Don't make them come with them seducing talk and them smooth speech or whatever accent they use to lower you, make you want to speak like them. Because in their head, they always say we want to be like them. And that's a regular thing they might ask you when they see you in just certain way. Or why do you want to be like us? They never speak the truth that all of what they have and what they are bragging about come from your people. Because Christ never give no other nation. He never give them the hygienic law. He never give them no formal law. They just live like wild people, just run wild. But you, the nation who Christ raised up and choose from before the world began, tell you that, look, you're a special people unto him. And that's what makes you supposed to separate yourself from all the other nations. What is the value of them? To serve you. So why you find it so comfortable to sit among them and make them verbally, physically, psychologically spin and turn and abuse you? Because they know who you are, and the best way they can mark you is to look at what the 1st of April, what they call it, Tom Fool Day. When they know it's your holiday, right? But no, you're still making them have the upper hand on you when all you have to do is come into the ISUPK, learn your history, go back and practice these things that your forefather did. And in those days when they were doing that, they found favor in the sight of the Most High, because they are royalty. They know what they value. But in this time and this our people don't seem to even want to consider, when the Bible itself tells you, consider the days of old, ask thy father. You know, means that you have to ask the elder man, you know. But those who you know have the knowledge, they're the father of knowledge. So come to them and they will teach you, because it's not hard. With everything, as I said before, comes at a challenge. Before you can walk, you creep. Then you start stand up, and when you get a little stronger, you start stand up and hold on and stumble your way across to wherever you want to go. Before you start eat solid food, you start drink milk, liquid in a liquid, you drink things in liquid form. Now when you start go, you come get a little hard and you start burst eat, you start eat solid food. And I'm sure you never go down just like you never go down like a milk. You get a little choke sometime. Mother might slap your back or so, if you get back of that part of the food where you never chew. Because in your mind you think it's such a liquid form that you just suck it down. Now you slurp it down, right? But when you realize, oh, I'm gonna get teeth, so it's like teeth they have to crush the food a little smarter, right? So when we come to our God, as he says, he's coming together, his people. Don't think that the nation is gonna be there at the same level that you are. It's not. Your level, when he come for you, you are on a different level from them. And that is why you cannot excel in this kingdom. Because even if you have the best qualification and the best experience, and they look at your portfolio and say, but we don't want him to rule over our people. We don't want him walking around here in this company, throwing hard as around like he thinks he's something special. So they rather give it to somebody else who's less qualified than you, but look like them. Right? So don't worry yourself about if you don't achieve much in this world. Don't worry, not care too much about it. This is their world, and you're not really supposed to be competing with them. If the Most High put you in it, like I put Moses to rule over Pharaoh's house, then he put in you there for a special reason, because he have a plan. But then you're gonna be running around thinking that they love you, when the love they have for you is like rusted iron. You clean off the rust and it only gets deeper. So when you say gather yourself, O nation, not desire, Zephaniah 2 verse 1, right? He's telling you that when he come, you must look a certain way. Your clothes must look totally different from the clothes of the world. Like, some of the sisters, them, the kind of clothes them are wear. You can just look right up in them chastity if they bend over. Or they sit down and in a way where they lapse, their mind lapse because they forget to close the legs or sit a little way where, you know what I mean? So then when you look, them bosom all hang out. Right? Now the brothers them even worse because they are the ones who's supposed to be upholding the law. I met the sisters and my kids and follow it. They know just in some pants. Only God know how they get in that run for a mile and hide themselves and jump into that pants. It tight that it come like if you try to hold a part of the pants, you pinch them. How then tight. I don't know how man, as a man, you're supposed to uphold your house and follow the laws or the most I give you. You're tighter than a woman in clothes. Right? Short, tight pants tight, and you start walk some little way. That not right for a man. And that's the example you want to leave for your kids. And the ridicule you want to leave on your people. Oh, look at them how they dress. And they say they are God choosing people. We're supposed to be the nation that set example that the other nation to follow. Right? No wonder why they mock us and say, is this the Israel that no man want to follow? Eh? Is this the standard of beauty? That how our people continue to follow the other nation. All of the wickedness so you see the other nation do. They only do it to keep you down. But in the ISUPK, we don't fall for that anymore. Even if a brother is never understand it and then put on tattoo one thing, ask him now that he's in the ISUPK if you'll go and get another tattoo. Ariella, after Ariella, would you go and get a tattoo now that you're in the ISUPK?
Never. I wouldn't even get a tattoo when I was out the truth, when I was in this wicked ass world. Much less now I was in the truth. You can't stand tattoo.
No, but now that you are in the truth, why wouldn't you get it?
It's against the law.
There you go. So when you come, you learn that certain things you're not supposed to involve yourself with. If you didn't know then, well, you have a few tattoos. We can't kill you for that. But you come to know now. So nobody can even seduce you or persuade you by even giving you money or whatever if you go and do some tattoo. Right? Many of the men that we see in films and so of our people, of the children of Israel, who put on dresses and things like that. If they did know that it was a mockery, maybe they would have still it because the amount of money they might offer them. Because they know that even in the end, if the bank locked down, ain't gonna be nothing. We just make a mockery of you for nothing at all because guess what? That kind of money might in your bank account. But do you really want it? Because when the system locked down with that money, that's it. Big example, Kanye West. Good brother, just because he wake up now and start speaking the truth, what happened? They lock down his bank account and do all kind of things to him. Right? That is to show you God is using it as an example. Learn from this. They might tell us that they will give 50 million, 10 million to perform this film, but you're going to have to wear a dress. And just like this or just like that, right? And you're going to have to play the gay scene and practice all kind of immorality, right? So once you're on camera, you know, so that's it. That's gone in history. 2 seconds after you go on the camera, that's history. Because it is recorded and you can't use nothing, you're going to get a chance to wipe it out of the system. So they put it on like a seasonal thing. Oh, remember this guy, then it and he get 10 million just so that 20 minutes scene that he done that for. You can do it and we're going to give 30 or 40 million. But you're going to have to do it like this. You're going to have to follow the script. Right? So, you come and if your father cannot identify you, what you think in the garment when tell you if you wear and the way you're supposed to walk, you think he's supposed to bend his rules to please you? Knowing that you know it is disgusting the way you're dressing and the way you're carrying make your family dressing. Oh, you're just girls, you know. They're not supposed to act that dress that kind of lewd way. Once you have a husband and you come into the truth and you realize, listen, the things of the world, you're going to have to strip them off completely. Modesty, respect your husband, because respect starts from yourself. You come to know the truth, start applying it in your life. If you are in the dance hall and they say you find your husband, but you realize that the truth is out there and you try the truth, and you realize the truth is better, then Stop dressing like you're going to a dance hall. Right? Because coming in here, we don't want to look like all the church is operating. Our sisters and brothers must dress respectfully. And when you come here, don't expect to come to a still a brother as one in there. Get your woman and groom her into the truth and bring her in this truth. Yeah? Don't come thinking that, yes, if sisters are in here who don't have a husband, it's all right. You have a rules that you have to apply yourself to before you can approach a sister. Because we don't want you coming here with your wicked self and with your wickedness from outside if you can contaminate inside here. Yeah? We decide we don't want to be a part of the world anymore because we found the truth, and the truth is about us. This world was made for our sake, and if we can't conduct ourselves properly, should we have it? Then that is exactly why the other nation is pushing so hard against us. So we stay in sin because they know that the law wasn't given to them. So whatever sinful activity they are getting on with, we ain't supposed to be a part of it. So when the Messiah says he's coming to gather his people, and he tell you from where he's coming to gather them, right? From Assyria, from everywhere across the planet, even the highlands of the sea, he's coming to gather them from. Even in the prison houses, because they're going to have to open it, right? To let out his people, because the persecution of one race is done by 17 race of people. And that 17 race of people will never love you.
That's right.
Right? Everything you do, they would like it. They like it. They practice it, but they will never give you credit for it. They know your value. They know who you are, and they see the history, but they hide from you and tell you that they don't know who they are. We know who we are, and that's why we are here telling you that what they are saying to you, if you come into this truth, you don't have to worry about what they are saying. They can't manipulate you no more. You just have to follow the rules. You apply yourself to the laws of the land. So why can't you apply yourself to the laws of your father and benefit from the goodness that is coming in, the greatness, the most wonderful things are here for you, all laid out for you now. But you just need to separate yourself from the world, separate yourself from the other nation. They ain't got nothing to teach you. They don't know nothing. Why you think the Most High call them a foolish people shall rule over my children Israel? He didn't just say that. He know it, that they're a foolish nation of people. But because they're ruling over you, they think they're smart. They think they're better than you. They even bring it down to skin color. If you don't have their color skin, you're not good. Oh, it's black means he's stupid. Right? It's black, he's thick. We're thick with knowledge. We're strong with knowledge just because we cannot apply much eye to this world. But guess what? It's all right. Let them ridicule, and because the day shall come. When I'm telling you, that day is coming. It's not a if. We just know that it's coming. And you see, when it comes, people get sick of the treatment. They're gonna realize that these people they reject and all kind of things. They're gonna realize that these people were God chosen people. And with that, we're gonna go to another scripture that says,
you wanted Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
yeah,
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Hold on. Thou art a holy people. Don't forget that word now. That when you go to a pastor and ask him what that means, I doubt if you can tell him. Because in the same paragraph, it tells you you are special. And the word holy means separate. And for you separate something, you put values on it. Right? Just like the Most High, he's going to separate the sheep from the goat. Those are on the right, he shall say, come. You are my people. Right? But those on the left, he's going to damnation. So you know when he comes, you must put yourself in harder that you don't fall in the damnation. Because if you continue to cling with them, from you're with them, that means that you're against the Most High. Right? So you're taking your side and say, okay, you're rather stick with the other nation. Even though they show that they don't like you and they destroy your people and they do anything to keep you down and destroy you, you still want to stick with them, then it's going to bring to you your own judgment because you choose side. And because you choose the side where you want to be on, you ain't going to come and waste your time. We are here to show you a long time ago that, look now, you need to separate yourself from the things of the world. When we say separate yourself from the other nation, it doesn't mean that you're supposed to see them and carry grievance with them or mock them or create any problem with them. Just know, say you see the things that they do, you don't do it. You see the places where they want you to come hang out with them, don't do it. Find time for your family to teach your family about the Bible, your own heritage, your own history. What is the benefit of teaching your family? Because it is what you're gonna need in the future. Every nation who separate themselves, they sort of make progress. Why we still have to clinging on to them when they are the ones supposed to clinging on to us? Let's show you. Can you finish Deuteronomy 7?
Come on. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So you see, him choose we above all the other 17 nations. The other 17 nations ain't got nothing to do with you. So stop thinking that because you say so Africa is hoping now and they're calling about the children of the diaspora. Remember, that was a destruction. Egypt was a destruction because you never seek advice on the Most High before you go into Egypt. So now, yeah, you're gonna run into that and think they're gonna. Have you not seen how some of our people over there crying and say, boy, they think Africa, they would have loved them and appreciate them as a people who come back to the continent. As I say, the people of the diaspora should come back home and they give them free citizen and free land and develop for themselves. Have you seen how they start treating them over there? Most of the Africans, they don't like you. And they still don't like you. Because I'm working in the workplace. And they are using all kind of things to get the jobs. Because, you see, oh, God working in a certain way. So I'm in the workplace. And look what happened. This other African guy come in and say, the other African guy, I get another job, you know. The other African guy say, what are you rubbing on your skin that you get the job? You have to give me some. So that is to tell you, these people still come among us with them wickedness. Because the other African guy go ask him, give me some of what you rub on your skin. Because I know you're using something. The most I make you hear and realize, look now, these people still practicing their wickedness and coming among us with that same thing. Right? So don't think so they're gonna just give up for them wickedness that they might practice over the years. It get them ahead in this world because this world belongs to them. When they come in your world, you have to do that. The Most High gonna make things happen for you. How much time you see you being down pressed and beat down by all other nation, and he raises us up with a mighty hand. Ain't nobody can challenge your God.
Right.
So why are you wasting time going worshiping the other nation God, doing the wickedness that will provoke your God against you? And they're gonna tell you, don't worry about it, man. It's an imaginary man in the sky. Look at the apple. So you think you have to get all of the minerals for nourish your body? Yeah? It must be an advanced and greater mind than yours. Every food you eat can farm with your body. If it not work for you, that means you're not supposed to eat it. Right? But you are going to make the other nation tell about it's an imaginary man in the sky. Is that what we're waiting on? Well, when the sky break loose, you're going to say who are imaginary and who are going to scream. Because the screaming is going to be so bad. Let's show you how bad it's going to be. Go to Psalms 2 verse. The book of Psalms 2 verse 1. Psalms 2 verse 1. Yes. So you see, we're going to show you how bad it's going to be when they realize that it was an imaginary man that is coming. It's the same man that they crucify. It's coming to bring the judgment on them. Right?
The book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
Imagine a vain thing because what? It's an imaginary man in the sky. Can you imagine that? They're so damn rude. They live on a planet where they don't even understand how this thing created. Right? They don't even understand how this thing was created, but they might talk about imaginary man in the sky. Read it again to show you how bad it's going for them.
Come on. The book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
Imagine a vain thing. That's how simple and wicked these people are. Eh? Read verse 2.
Verse 2. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord
Against.
and against his anointed.
Here you go. So, if you don't have a savior who's coming together here, imagine what your people in their life are going to be like. They're going to try to wipe you out, right? As they prepare, as they genetically modify the food now to identify your genetic trait so they can wipe you out, right? How wicked can these people think of you? And you still not understand, so if you separate yourself from them, separate yourself from the other nation, because when the Most High come, if you're bind together by contract or rings, you better lose. Cut yourself loose from them, because you're gonna face the judgment with them, because you already take side against your God. You see how pompous the other nation be, and the rulers, they take counsel against your Savior and your God, and you still want to be cling to them. You have something to say, Ariana?
Yeah, well, it's a real heavy topic you're touching on here, because we know this is the second coming of Christ that you're talking about. But if we go back and look at the first coming of Christ, nothing's changed. He came to gather his people, even as the sacrificial lamb in his first life. It's interesting because our records don't lie. We know this. And like how the Christians love to separate and make two books out of one in its entirety, we teach the truth out of the Bible, that there's all 80 scrolls, nothing changes. When Christ came to gather his people, he came to gather his people because we were destroyed. We were in a state of disarray. We'd been invaded by Europeans and overrun and overwhelmed and overtaken. Christ came back to gather us back together. And how did he do that? By teaching us the laws, statutes, and commandments. And we can't forget that, because these are in our records. And this is a law class. And this is what we push every Monday. Let me give you two quick precepts, just to link the books together and show you why Christ came to gather us.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 20. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. So we know if there's 2 or 3 of our people together, yeah, we gather together in his name, in Christ. Remember, Christ used to speak in parables, and this is a parable. Yeah, he will always be with us, gathering us, as long as we gather together and keep to the laws, statutes, and commandments. Then we know through our wicked pastors that they've separated this. They've tried to teach this in a different way, in their own way, so that it doesn't align with what they call the Old Testament, a different book completely according to the Christian church, according to the Christian pastor. When we go to Deuteronomy 31 and 12, the records of Moses read, gather the people together, gather the people together, men and women and children, and thy stranger that is within thy gates. Then strangers are Israelites. We know this from our records, that they may hear and that they may learn and fear the Lord your God. This is an Israelite God, not everybody's God, not the God of the Christian church. And observe to do all the words of the law. So this is why it aligns with Christ's parables. But the Christian church and the pastor could never understand this. They don't have the spirit in the church to understand this. And that's why they try and separate the two. But what Christ is coming to do, potentially in the future to gather his people, he already did. He already did, like Moses was told to do. And throughout the entirety of the book, the whole Bible is about being together, brotherhood, sisterhood, keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, gathering us together. even when we're in a state of turmoil, like we were 2,000 years ago in Christ's era. And that's why I say these records, it's a beautiful thing having these records. We don't know how lucky we are, but we don't know how lucky we are in the ISUPK under the command of General Yana to have this since 1969, the One West Doctrine, the truth, the home of the truth. And yeah, I just wanted to say, Ark, that it's a really heavy topic. This is. We could give you laws on us gathering together all night long. I'm going to hand it back to you, Salakia.
Okay, thank you. But you see now, what the brother had to it, still put weight on it to show you that when we know who we are, the other nation cannot spin us. The other nation, even though they laugh and they think that, yeah, we have a foot on their neck and there's no escape from them because we can put them anywhere we want. If we put them into a here and we see they're making progress, we destroy it. We put in alcohol, we put in guns, and we put in everything to them to destroy themselves. And we just sit back and watch the game play out. But look, for every time you come with your cunningness to destroy us, look what our God says. Psalms 2 verse 4. Look what is going to happen with you people.
Go on. The book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 4. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision.
So you see, with all of their plans, and they think that, yeah, it's working so perfectly, the Most High just laugh. Because you see, my children, you see, my people who me put among you know, and you people degrade them in every way, right? I'm just laughing because the judgment will come. You harm me. All of you harm me together cannot stand before the Most High for the judgment to come in. He himself even says, he shall bring you to the valley of Jehoshaphat. All of you 17 nations coming with the army. You notice we ain't got no army? The children of Israel, we are gathering now to break the Most High army. But then, those nations who have the weapons and whatever weapons they want to have, ain't going to be nothing when you go in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Who you going to fire it on? Yourself. Because that is going to have no effect on what is on the Most High, or Yahushua that is coming, with his army. You think he would give you something to destroy his kingdom? No, no Gentiles. No. And when I say Gentile, I'm talking about the original Gentile. Not our people who are acting like Gentile because they might born into a different country and lost their identity and want to be accepted among the other nation. That's not the Gentile we're talking about. We're talking about the original Gentile that the Most High don't have nothing to do with. So when he come together, his people, he's going to gather them from places that they've been twice oppressed. Right? Remember, you know, it was Paul or Peter was in the jailhouse, and when the earthquake shook, the jailhouse break open. And even the guards didn't even know how they come out. Yeah? So we're going to show you that even those that sleep in the dust is going to gather them. Show me which other nation gods can ever make these statements or bring forth these actions. They don't have no power. So why are you even wasting your time worshiping their God? To be accepted by them? You don't need them. They need you. At no stage of your life you will ever need them. Because what? Why would you want to be happy for somebody to be beating your back? Because that's all they do now. If they don't do it physically, they do it verbally, they do it financially to keep it down. Everything they do is to keep you down because they know, you see, once they make you raise up, they have no chance. Because the God who is guiding your plan, or the plan that him have for you, to make you greater than them, that they themselves, I wish we didn't give them a chance to raise up. I wish we didn't give them it's not you that is going to give us, because if we were waiting on you, we will never rise up.
That's right.
Because you think we are the puppets of this world. But that's fine. Because the puppet is going to get paid. And the pay that we're going to get is not from your hands. Remember, Job, even Job says, the works of your hand would not even benefit me in my days. So when we going back to our days of greatness, the benefits of your hand would never be nothing to us. Because you ain't even, most of you ain't even gonna live long enough to see our rise. Yeah? Because we're not got too busy working day and night, day in, day out. I was born in the Caribbean, and it's a good thing because my eyes have witnessed a lot of destructive things in my community on the sugar plantation. Yes, man been muzzled that he can't even eat a piece of sugar cane, and he's cutting the sugar cane. He can't even beat the cane and ring it in a bucket, in a jug, and put some ice on if he drink it to cool him thirst, and give him back a little energy to go on to complete the job. Yeah, I've seen man hand cut off in the factory while we were there on a school tour, and they just said take him down to the nurse. The nurse patch him up, and that's it. He didn't even get no compensation. When they go to the factory, the man and said, okay, are you gonna contribute something to bury him? And I said, no, we pay him. So it is your duty to go and bury him. We ain't got nothing to do with it. He work and we pay him. That's it. Why should we bury him after he work and we pay him? It's your family problem, not ours. So you see, we born in some geographical point just to witness the bad things that happen to your people, to show you that, look, no, separate yourself from them. They ain't no good. When Christ come together, you notice when they preparing the judgment for them, now everybody is equal. Oh, we are brothers. Forget about all of that, man. That is the past. When the Most High says, forget not the days of old, ask thy father, and he'll tell you. Right? Remember the days of old. For you to steer clear and remember, so look, now these people have destroyed my people, and the way they destroyed them, it wasn't a loving way of destruction and not loving. It's a horrible thing. And they're going to tell you to forget about it. So what you think they want to do? Continue to keep you ignorant. Because somebody hurt him, I'll tell you to forget about it. That means that when he come again to hurt you, you're not going to remember the past hurt, So you're not going to say, okay, I draw the line and know as a protection. Yeah? So why is it then about when fear judgment come now? We all equal, man. Forget about that, man. Let's live as one. How can we live as one when you have no love for me? There will be no love for our people among the other nation, because the other nation fear you. They fear your God. They see what your God can do. And everything our God put in this record, the Bible for us, you know what they say? If earthquake come, what they say, Ariella? If the earthquake come, what they say? It's a natural disaster.
If the earthquake comes, it's a natural disaster.
They not say from God, because it's written in the Bible that he's going to bring judgment, he's going to bring it in the storm, he's going to bring it in the flooding, going to bring it in the hunger, he's going to bring it with all kind of pestilence. But they say it's natural. Locusts eat of them food, or eat of the crops. It's natural disaster. It's never what God say now. It's never what's written in the Bible. No, don't believe that book that is long time ago. God don't do those things no more. Really? So why you think these pestilence still live around? Why you think these insects have a time where they just go dormant but never die out? With all the pesticide and all of the flooding and thing, the earth can flood for 30 days. And all of those eggs still remain under the earth, untouched. As soon as the water subside, they can emerge and create havoc on the other nation. I've seen bees, and the Most High telling in the Bible that the hornet shall use a hornet against them. Right? What you think the little lunatic Selassie did use bees against the Italian army? Because you see it in a book. You think a film idea? Yeah. And a film idea. So when you use this stupid Rastaman when you have fresh food and beat jump and make one bag of nice. I talk about Selassie don't even count to know. Selassie knows can tell him say I am not a part of the deity. So I tell him me I'm not part of the nation of people. Look how my forehead big. You see me look different from you? So my skin look like a Kyle snake. That's so. Anytime you look on them, the Ethiopian. You know, so they have a different shape in head and look from you. Even if I just sit them sideways or from the back, you just realize that I'm an Ethiopian. Nothing to do with our people, right? So don't when these rest when I jump up or Selassie fight it that and harm me with bees and hungry. Our book can get it out of. No man that is raised up on the earth and have to be taught from a baby stage to walk, talk, and to do things can never say in great. Because the knowledge when get somebody pass it down to him. Right? The only person that is great is the Most High and Christ.
That's right.
Because their knowledge not come from man. Right? Their knowledge outlive, outweigh, and out comparison to anything you say we have heard. What you think we have heard where the Most High don't know about? If him not allow it, if you extract iron from the soil, who you think put it there? If you extract gold from the stones, who you think put it there? All right, look on a peach. You know what peach is? A little fruit. Bet you would know that cyanide in the and cyanide are one of the most deadliest spies you can ever come with. Most of these security organization who will top security for them country or whatever, they always have a tablet with cyanide in it. Where do you think they get it from? How you think they know about cyanide if it wasn't in the peach? Right? But yet still, without the law and without the book of the law, we would never know these things. We would never know our God. And this is the destruction these people want to bring to destroy us. Because if the Most High did not preserve this holy book, this holy book, you see, if he did not preserve this holy book, we would never know about our heritage, and we would never know about the Most High. But with all the destruction, this book is still here. And with all the books that plagiarize this book and turn on and say this book is corrupt, why would you plagiarize a corrupt book? So that means that your book is twice corrupted. This book is a holy book, and it was sanctified by the Most High. And we can show you that in the book of Revelation, when he gave it to Christ, Christ gave it to the angels gave it to John in the Isle of Patmos. Yes, and right. Many other prophets them who write this. It wasn't of their understanding, because they don't even know what knowledge is without the Most High give it to you. Right? What understanding do you have if he didn't say, okay, this word can be spoken in many languages. All right, so we see the word red in the Bible. Right? You can say red in a Spanish. You can say red in a French. Let's use the common word white. French, you call it blonde. English, you call it white. Spanish, you call it el blanco. Right? But it is saying one word. And it passed on to many generations. Preserved for you to understand. Right? And when our people come to understand who they are, and appreciate and stop mixing up with the other nation in the wrong way. Yes, you have to work with them. That's fine. But leave for them culture and for them kind of lifestyle alone. The Most High never tell you to do that. He tell you separate yourself. Get yourself cleaned up from the things of the world. That's what he means. Separate yourself. Clean up yourself from the things of the world. Because what is going on in this world is not no normal thing. There's a spiritual wickedness going on in this world. Yeah. How can a man ban a man, and if you don't, when you walk into a shop to buy something, if you don't call him Miss, Mrs. or Ma'am, he want to fight you. Do you see there's a serious demonic set of people is let loose? And it's only if we destroy our people. You can't tell me that you're born a man. Your sister, your dad is a man. And how you come here, it's through procreation with your mother. And then you're going to say you're going to be turned a woman. And when you put on it, just, oh, I don't feel like a woman in this dress. I feel like a man in that woman. You're a damn man. Ain't no water down or no going around the corner. You're a man. And you're not supposed to be in a dress. That's why you feel like a man in a dress. Yeah? So what you think when you say that there? You think you make a statement very to impress nobody where you have sense? You're not making lunatic them who stupid like you. Feel like say, you make a funny statement. Not funny. A wickedness. Because what you put out there, you know, have to tell another person, okay, it feels good. Or you're getting the likes, you're getting the attention. If you that do the most I work, all then the little shallow way of thinking, you know, them come to your thought. You think you can come to our thought and we are going to accept it, okay, we are going to put on a shoes, a woman's shoes, and we put on a woman just walk out in the street. That could have never come to a thought and we accept it. Because we know it's a mockery to our people and to our God. So be careful of the things where you think so you do forget attention and the likes and all that. What as an adult you really what kind of more attention you want? You grow up, you know the right from the wrong, and yet still, even when your Father in heaven says he's coming together, his people, and if you separate from the world, if you show him, say, yes, you're with him, not the other nation. What's so wrong for you to tell us, say, look, no, brother, me not the world thing no more now. Me I sit down upon where my God say, me standing on business with my God. If death come, I know I'm coming back in the resurrection. And those who just like or those who killed our Savior shall see him. I see him thing going to happen with you. Because every blessing the most I give to Christ now, he pass it down to us now. Right? Let's show you when the Most High said to his son, thy throne, O God. Let's go to Hebrews 1 verse 8 and show him when he said, thy throne, O God, is forever. Hebrews 1 verse 8. So then when Christ got us, I'm going to show you that there are a few more scriptures. Let's get just Hebrews 1 verse 8 and show you. And we are going to put that in the context that is in the Bible. Hebrews 1 verse 8.
Come on, the book of Hebrews, chapter 1, verse 8. But unto the Son he saith.
But hold on, unto the
But unto the Son he saith.
Unto the Son. Keep this in mind and stay focused with this. Listen tentatively as I break this down. Go on.
But unto the Son he saith, thy throne, O Yahweh, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness.
A scepter.
Is the scepter of righteousness. Is the scepter of thy kingdom.
So you see, and if you go to Hebrews 1 verse 1, he tell you that he's undone everything unto his Son. Right? Let's read from 1 to give them a context to it.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 1, verse 1. Yahweh, who at sundry times and in
diverse manner. Sorry.
And in divers manners spake in time, past unto the fathers by the prophets.
Read on.
Hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things.
Heir of all things. So Christ is in charge of the Most High things, right? So that is to show you now, because if you go to John 17 verse 9, it tell you that even the scriptures and the laws that he says he give to them, take them not out of the world, but protect them. So he pass it down from the Most High to Christ, then Christ pass it down to us. No, because he says in Hebrews 1 verse 8, thy throne, O God, right? Now we are going to show you that he called Christ God. Now we are going to show you that in the book of Psalms 82 verse 6. So the Most High, so when you hear some people talk about, what you call it? The three in one, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, right? No, we are going to show you that Christ, the Most High, give Christ a title as God, but not God the Father, God the Son, and Christ pass it down to us as gods. Psalm 82 verse 6.
The book of Psalms, chapter 82 verse 6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
There you go. It's a title that passed down to us likewise. So we are the gods of the earth, but look at us now. We shall die like men, and die like one of the what? Fallen. So if you go to John 10 verse 34, let me see if I'm right. Psalm 82 verse 6, John 10.
You said John 10.
Let me see. Check it first. John 10 verse 34. John 10 verse 34. Jesus answered them. Yes, John 10 verse 34.
The book of John, chapter 10, verse 34. Yahushua answered them, is it not written in your law, I said, ye are gods?
There you go. So that's how much in value you, and you in these last days must understand. So when you say gather yourself together, you know what I mean? So you have to come with your whole baggage of the other nation. Yeah? Or you're married to this one, so you have to carry her with you. It ain't gonna happen. It not happen because they are not supposed to in the same level of rulership as you. In this world, you notice when a so-called black man get rich, who he got to? He got to take up a baggage of the other nation. Him not take up a beautiful black princess, you know, and say, you know what, come enjoy this with me, the Most High bless me with this. Eh? What is wrong that our people always have to run to the other nation to glorify them with our riches? And everything we have go right back to them. Because the psychology of it is to make you feel inferior if you don't take up one of them people. Because you have to put a different kind of handbag on your hand. Right? And they know, when they see a sister out there, so you drive past them, now you're a big car with the other nation woman, what you think are going to happen? They look on the sister like she got no value. She don't have that quality and standard for be among our own black brother enjoying the wealth. Right? And give her 3 years, the most. When you marry to the other nation woman, give her 3 years the most, and then start play up and say, oh, okay, you're what? Sex abusive. And they come with all kind of ways. And then they separate themselves from you. And then start taking money off of you. They want half of your wealth. That most of these footballers now, you know what they do? They put them wealth in their mother's name. So when their wife thinks that they might get half of this in a 3 years' time, after them they start play up, they end up realizing this man know nothing. If you want a money, you have to go to your mother's feet. So you become mama's boy. Because a mama keep feeding wallet. But it's not stupidity, it's sense. Because look, if they can play you by telling you if you marry to one of them people, because yeah man, she's a nice woman, man. But the whole idea behind it is to take off what you have. You work fit like a slave in this world, you know. But the psychology is, you're going to take it off him. You know to play the game with him. Yeah, if whatever you have to do to it, but as long as you know, so you get that ring on your finger, and you get whatever it, at the end of it, we can take millions off him for that. You know, as a black brother, now look at it and say, you know, so I've seen this game play over the centuries. Let me not fall victim to this, because what? My people need to raise up and have sense and start enjoying our blood, sweat, and tears as the Most High give your strength to your people. Remember, you know, the Most High created us as a special people. Did he say, I'm going to give strength to the other nation of people? No. He allowed them to punish us, but look, him still gather us from where? Patmos. All the islands, even the highlands of the sea where we scattered into. Him still not giving strength to the other nation. He still give it to us. Right? So if we go to okay, let's go to Isaiah 42 verse 22. Let us show us him not forget none away. Not one away him not forget. Right? So when the other nation, they should be the one tailing onto us, but in time, that part of the prophecy is going to fulfill. Right? But we first must gather ourselves together, because Christ is gone to his place. And until we recognize ourselves and start taking on our responsibility, then he will come back. Right? You know, just can't be kind of going, God to give us time to think. Look into yourself and see really and truly what you really want. Because all of these good things are here for your people. So let me step back and I'm gonna say, get the punishment, see you and soon I go wiser. Because you know own destruction and not go come back to him. Read. Read. Fine.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith, restore.
See? They are hidden in prison houses. And even though they're hidden in prison houses, they still pressure them unnecessarily. Right? But the Most High don't forget them, even though they're hidden in prison houses, even though they're spoiled and destroyed. But you just say, okay, cast them up because we have already destroyed them. They still don't want to let you go. Even if you're in a prison, you have mental health issue. They consider you so dangerous that they don't even want to let you go, even when you're mentally destroyed, physically destroyed, financially destroyed. I'm not saying Mr. R. Kelly has done wrong. But what about the other people who were doing him wrong before? All of these people who promise and contract and do them all kind of things, abuse them. How come none of those so-called Edomites who don't have time, none of them don't got prison? They are covered up. But look, they destroy R. Kelly. They destroy, not even call Mr. Diddy. Because film situation is so bad. Michael Jackson, Prince, Bill Cosby. Which one of the most, what you call it, stupidest crime me ever hear. Somebody's come out and say, oh, you abuse him. No witness, no evidence, nothing. And you fling the man in a prison. Just for him own wealth, because what? You want him to move from them premises, because Hile is found there. He want to buy a radio station. And all of these black brothers who, so-called black man, who raise up and become wealthy and powerful, they find way to tell lies and bring them down, destroy them. But don't forget, your judgment are going to be double for what you do to them. Ain't nothing hiding. It is written. And it's not that they really don't know it, but they know they ain't got no chance. They ain't got no chance of salvation. So they just keep going on. They just keep playing out the script, because they know that their script is coming to a end soon and very soon. And there is no change in it. So everything they do, they prey upon us. They prey on us in every possible way they can, just to make us like, you don't work nothing. Your God don't love you. Yeah, your kids that will amount to nothing. Right? But there's one great God who loves us. And the example that he uses all the time is to show you. You see, when you see one brother fall because of this wicked nation, take it as an example. Don't find it as being entertaining. It is an example for you to look into yourself and realize there is no love for you. There is no mercy they're going to grant unto you. Right? The first boxer, I can't remember his name, but when you look, that box, someone Johnson?
Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson. That man has to pay twice a theme car, twice a theme house. Right? So is that any love? Even though the man was famous and great, a great boxer, he still had to pay twice a theme car and twice theme house. That's right. And when you look into the situation, people like these who you think are coming to save, they're not going to save you. There's no saving from them. You can't save yourself from them. The only person who can save you is the Most High and Yahushua Christ. Right? Stop believing that they're gonna find any remorse in your. No, they ain't gonna show you no love. Right? All you need to do is do what your Father says, and I'm gonna go to show you how far it's gonna go for us. Even they that sleep in the dust, right? You don't forget them. So let me go to the book of Daniel 12 verse. Daniel 12 verse 1. All right. This is the book of Daniel 12 verse 1. And this is gonna tell you that those let's read the context. And at this time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never seen. There was a nation even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. So you know, so the other nation are written in the book in a good way, because the way they are written in the book is the opposite of how you are written in the book. You are written to be saved from them, and the only person can save you from them is your God who loves you. They have shown you time and time that there's no love for you, and the love they have for you, even though they say the love, that love is not the kind of love that your God tell you to have for your people. Their kind of love is the love to destroy you, so that cannot be love. Because love boasts no envy. Love boasts no jealousy. So why are they jealous? Why are they envious of you? Even though, to show you how shallow-minded the other nation is, if they see you with a nice car. Remember, it's your black people who invented car. Because without you inventing these things, the other nation would never understand it. But if they see you with a nice car, they pull you over. They smack the tail light and break the tail light and try to do some form of damage to it. Why are you driving such a nice car? You're a black man. You shouldn't be driving this nice car. It's just a car. It's just a what you call it? Recycled material. All of these things was here before. So there's no new metal. It's just a recycled material that break down and go back into the soil. They dig it up and reprocess it. That's it again. But you think it's too nice for you because you know that this world is his world and his father is running this world, right? So basically, the only peace you can find is to come into the ISUPK. You see how we are? Cool, calm, and collective, because we know what is coming and we are preparing ourselves for what is coming. And because the other nation know what is coming, they ain't happy. There's no happiness in what they are enjoying because they hate you and they're sad. They are sad for no say, even though the hatred they have for you, guess what? It still don't bring, and all the material things they have, it don't bring them no happiness.
Right.
Can you imagine that though? They have everything to make them happy. And because they see you with one little piece car, or they see you in maybe a nice suit or whatever, they're still not happy with you. And they have everything to make them happy. Their house not happy. Because guess what? Their father can never find happiness because their father don't do the same thing as your father do. Your father will preserve you and guide you. Their father teach them jealousy and envy and red eye. As we Jamaica call a bad mind. Right? What their father do is bring chaos into their house because you are not supposed to compete with, they are not supposed to compete with their father as in because their father don't look that's like our father use prophets and guide our prophets, protect them. Their father don't protect them. He just use them as like pawns, push them out there, go create chaos. And when they get destroyed, he just move on to another victim. Our God don't do it like that. When he say he will protect us, there's no nation that can rise up against us when we do what our God says. And he show you when we were going to destroy Jerusalem, not Jerusalem, Jericho. When he said, don't go up there because I'm not with you. Some of our people were so what you call it, so hyped up that they go ahead without the Most High advice. And we get destroyed. We went into Egypt without his counsel. And we get destroyed. But he turned around and save us. When he tell us to go up to the Jericho wall now, because we will not take it by our might, but by his might. We will not take it by weapons, but by his might. And when he says we shall march around it, remember, When they hear this army of people marching around the city, you know, and it was the word of the children of Israel, it was just 12 man from each tribe. And when they see them start shouting, what do you think happened? Everybody, even the strong man in the city, lost courage. They lost courage. And when we did finally take the city, they were put to death. So when our God is with us, we ain't got nothing. So when he said gather yourself, him have a plan. And his plan cannot fail because his word cannot come back unto him void. It has to gather momentum and it has to deliver what he said it was sent out to do. Right? Show me which other nation can tell us, look now, he can call the earth from the rising of the sun. None. Their God is not as powerful as yours, but yet still they run into their house, their filthy houses, but you're bending down to worship something that have nothing to do with you. Because you want to be accepted. He said, gather yourself, separate yourself from them. Nothing hard than that. We are the living example. Under the direction of commanding General Hannah. Have you seen the amount of brothers who they take from prison and reform them out of the world? Some of them have found real happiness because they know that their life will be going, if they come out and don't have a motive or a sense of direction, they're going straight back there. There's no doubt that they're going to find themselves back into some form of gangs or some form of feud or some form of some needs where they couldn't meet, and then have to just go back into something and say, okay, why not look like me can't fit in that world, and so me I got to rob something and back up prison.
That's right.
But guess what? ISUPK give them a reason.
That's right.
And the reason is to raise them up so they
Right.
can pass on that same information to the brother when we're coming out. And so guess what? We find this organization who only care for the children of Israel and who will support you, will help you to get jobs, will make sure that whatever need you have, the brothers out here will go the extra mile to make it happen for you and to support you and to keep you on the street and narrow, because broad is the way to destruction. And that is why they tell us, look now, just go out there and enjoy yourself, man. Just do anything, because guess what? Nobody believe that the imaginary man in the sky. But when that imaginary man show you what he's going to come and do, you think they're not trembling? They might be laughing, know at your destruction, you know. But they know when the African in come and they show to pay. We show you that in the book of Psalm 2 verse 1. They're going to cry. The judgment is going to be so double for them. And they realize ain't no mercy. They cannot get salvation. There's no forgiveness for them. There's no repentance for them. So if they're crying, don't mean nothing. Because your cry go to a real God, a God who loves you, the living God who will always be there for you, the children of Israel. When you stumble, just like your mama and your dad, when you walk and you stumble, they take you up and they brush you off and they wipe your tears. Our God hear our tears. What did he say to Moses in Egypt? I have heard the cry of my people. And he sent Moses back down there to go deliver them. Right? So all of these nations who feel say yes, they have it locked and their whole plan is working successfully. Hold your brakes. Hold your brakes, because guess what? If you don't hold your brakes, you are going to slide down to your own destruction. And you're going to get double taste of your own medicine. So when you gather yourself, do what your God say. You ain't got nothing to lose. You have much to gain. And what the benefits are you trying to stick under this nation when these nations don't even love them one another? You realize all these people just slaughter themselves in Europe? And the same thing then take to the world now, because their forefather, Cain, is a murderer. Esau come back with the same spirit. And guess what? He ruled with the sword. You think his sword is a pen? You think his sword is a You think this sword is as a play tool? No, he ain't playing with his tool. He's using it because a weapon given to him. And guess who you get to use, man? You, the 12 tribe of Israel. George Bush says, if the sky open, him and him allies have the weapons to tackle what's coming. This Edomite say him have the weapon, man, him and his allies will gather together to fight anything that is coming from the sky. How foolish these people can think. They like a matchstick weapon they have is not even advanced enough to protect them. But they're gonna try to use it against somebody who is greater than them. Eh? You see how confident them for them God pumped them up to be? False confidence, false pride. When the God with them serve have a answer to our God. Don't that show you that in the book of Job? Them have a answer to our God if you can do anything on this earth. But they're so prideful against you. Eh? And all you need to do is do what we are doing right now. Gather yourself. It ain't hard. It is a challenge. But if you put your mind to it, there's nothing you can conquer. Put your mind to it and you see how well it worked for you. We put our mind to it and it worked well for us.
Right.
And since we come into the truth, we have no regrets, because what General Yohana teach us is what was taught to him, and he realized that it's the truth, and this is what the other nations spend millions hiding from us, because they know if we come together, they are in jeopardy, double jeopardy for the problems where they cause us. And as the Most High said, he declared the end from the beginning. Show me which one of them God can tell you that. They cannot declare nothing because they are living on our property. They are using our things and coming to tell us now that we must reject our God. How is that even possible for you to tell if you reject our God for your God, right? So, as it said, the book of Daniel 12 verse 1, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never since there was a nation, since we were. This a kind of trouble where the nation will get was never been. Egypt tastes a little bit of it. The Persian Empire changed a little bit of it, because all of those who speak against us, when Goliath speak against David and say, oh, you children of Israel, you and disrespect our God, he put that wrath on David, and David slaughtered Goliath. Right? The same thing with the Persian army. The Persian army disrespect our God, and our God wasn't happy. And guess what? He slaughtered the army before daylight. So imagine what him going to do with these nation of people who destroy us and keep us docile and tell us all kind of lies, experimenting on your people. Right? That they're going to look at us and say, black people are one of the stupidest people upon the face of the earth. Eh? We're so foolish that we can't even govern ourselves. Really? What were we doing before you take us in slavery? Our kingdom was more perfect than Funo. And the Most I show you that when we moved to America, that Wall Street was more greater than any other economic system they will not ever have. When the other nation was in turmoil and suffering, Wall Street was thriving. And because of the jealousy of that, they come up with lies and deception and destroy it. Can Wall Street be as perfect as it was in our days? When $1 spent 6 weeks in the community before it come out, every shop have a benefit from that dollar. But no, look, we don't even have a decent economy for yourself. If you're living in the Caribbean Islands, I know we control the economy, because they tell us that we shouldn't plant food. America is going to come to Jamaica and tell us that they can sell us potato. What the soil of Jamaica can produce? You don't even have a plant and just throw a seed at ground. And it grow. And grow without any form of genetical modification to it. The plant grow and produce abundantly. But America is going to come and half us potato down there. Potato where we not even really eat. Because the Irish potato, as we call it down there, We just cook it and give it to you and put it with butter and give it to your kids as a first solid food to eat. So what is the style of Jamaica work then? If you ever come with your genetically modified potato, if you come to sell weed down there. I tell you, if we sell no work nothing, our we have no work nothing. Right? And we can't grow nothing good, or we can't produce nothing good. But guess what? The goodness of God is in us, because I tell you, we are a special people. We are a holy people. And that's all he asks us to do, separate ourselves. Come keep the last statutes and commandments. Right? When he said gather yourself, he give you a command. Gather yourself. Just like if you're in a army and the general come and say, everybody must get up out of them bunker by 4:30 in the morning and get ready. We're hitting the road for 5 miles run. In command them to do it. So why when your God command you to do something, you reject it and do what the other nation has said to you? The other nation is not interested in your survival, in anything that will make you progress over them, because you are supposed to be the hard, you're supposed to provide the hard labor. You're not supposed to be among the ruling class, you're supposed to be among the serving class. And that's all they see you as. Your kids go to school, you think they teach them anything for them, come be among the ruling class. They don't want you to compete with them in any job prospect that come up. They don't want you to compete with them in their world. That's why the Most High said, if you gather yourself, him will do the rest. Because he's not going to tell you to gather yourself for no reason. He's going to tell you that because he have a plan for you. And he's going to raise you up more greater and mightier than they ever been. Remember, he tell them, their greatness shall never be a renowned nation of people. Your greatness will always be renowned, because that's what you are made for. You are specially made to be God chosen people and the rulers of the earth. That's why him gave it the title gods. Right? Anything Yahweh give to Yahweh Shai, it passes down to us, the children of Israel. And that's all we need to do. Honor and glorify our God by keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, which is the highest praise. Your pastor won't tell you that, because the first month tells you the laws are done away with. What guide his house? Isn't law guide his house? I'm sure you don't walk through the roof to go in the house. You walk through the door. Right? So how is it him out tell you the law done away with? When him still have a rules that govern his house. But God lies done away with. Who is him if he even to come and to tell you that? But if you question him or tell us, him going to read you out of church. How you not supposed to question your pastor because your pastor go to Bible college? Who on the Bible college your pastor go to? The oppressor. And all him tell him, say, don't teach you in the Bible. Find a way if you tell your people, them say, look, no, this is the God them supposed to worship. This is the idol. When your God tell you that you're not supposed to have no other God above him. Right? But your wicked pastor who's supposed to guide you and supposed to make you know that your God is greater than any other God, nation gods on the earth. Because remember, the other gods, the other nation gods, guess where their gods come from? Their damn hand. They make things with their hand and worship it. So when you hear someone talk about Allah, the word Allah means God. But anything can be a God, don't it? For them. A stone can be a God. A cow can be a God. Anything they choose to serve. Remember, in the days when they used to call their religion Saracens, they have 365 idols for that religion. And because their so-called prophet, we don't know why my prophesy. Because in our prophesy to our people, we come to learn. My prophesy to our ignorant brothers and sisters who they believe that are going to be half any good to them, those religions. Right? When they come and see that we have one God, a worship, they get jealous and they start to do it. Now they try to outpray you by worshiping 5 times a day, then go worship.
Muslims?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Because they say, okay, these people have one God and they worship 3 times a day. Now they worship 5, so they might try to outdo you. Even when the Most High says in the book of Jeremiah 35, that says he put out a decree. So them all that try to challenge that decree. If you see them can outdo you for your God. So, okay, I'll call someone from my people then. Because you guys are worshiping 5 times a day. And they are not even doing it. Some of them not even doing it 1 time a day. They just get up, roll off of the bed, so they not even brush it, then gang and follow the oppressor's way. Right? See if you can run on all of the little cheap material things in this world. Right? But not no worry about your God, man. Your God now, if your God in love, he wouldn't put you in a slavery. Every father who love their children, correct them when they're wrong. What is wrong with we being corrected? Because the other nation know if they don't get any correction, they're a bastard. And they want you to feel that you're a bastard. You are not. You are a legitimate child. They are illegitimate. That's why they want you to stay in ignorance and laugh at you. You are the entertainment for them. Right? You provide entertainment for them when you don't do what your God said, but you do what them tell you to do. Right? Me coming to the truth. Me leave from a small island and hear somebody come find the truth. I used to sit on the back of church and wonder then, why is it in a Catholic church everybody separate? Over to one side of the church is the plantation owner them. And you have to wake up around 4:30 in the morning if you want to get seated in the church. Because Mr. Clark has come and Huen has come. And all of them were manager for the factory and things. They make sure they come every year when they harvest before harvest. And they come with whatever stuff they sell. Them not give nothing to be poor, you know. And me always ask my mother, why we have to get up at this hours a morning before daylight when nobody not even up on the road, the place dark. Consider what in a church. And when you see all of the so-called white people when I church, get up and go get bread and get the half and bread and get whatever them dip on their fire and hile chop on them and something. And the pastor and the church white. But the black people then just barely want to chat to them. The pastor might say, okay, pass this on to the other congregation and don't give them it, just make them put their hand on it or whatever and then bring it back. Because it's never enough for you pass out to the black congregation. So, Mr. I can't tell my mother, say, me now come back to church, because guess what? The pastor mean to we. Because we don't see none of you people get none of the wine and none of the showbread. Right? But how come the white people then come in the church and them pass the basket to and then pass it and one and then bad take out piece. And then get their little something like this, a wine. And they call little nagging or whatever, and then get it. And they are one solidarity, they put it in their head and they drink. And they say whatever they want to say, and so they pass back a cup to them. I see a black woman have to go around and collect back a little cup them. Right? Now that no pass to the black side of the church. And for me a little picnic, me kind of observe it. I'm telling you, hey, church a demon church. You know, so in the dark. And when you're going there hard, you can't even see past unless you come down and push out one little door and you see. Right? So how is it then up to now our people can understand that the nation is not supposed to be equal with you because you're a special people. You're a holy people. And because they know that, they don't want you to be a part of their work. Or when your work comes, they are not going to be challenging you among the ruling class. They're going to be among the servant class. And they're being a servant to you in your world. After they finish serving you, there's a certain nation of people that is going to be wiped off the face of the earth. He will never be renowned again. He will never come to make Jacob feel uncomfortable anymore. He will not come to make Jacob have to put out all them animals and all them servants as a gift to him anymore. They will not serve us to themselves anymore. Because that is the wickedness that they practice. And they still bring it out till this day. You in the school, at the education system, you're not supposed to be among the ruling class. Right? You have to be seriously exceptional where they can't hold you back because the Most High is raising you up as an example to show you that, look, these people are still have the greatness that I put in them generation to generation. Now you will understand that, look, When he said gather yourself, it means gather yourself. He never says gather the other nation with you. Because the other nation don't have the same salvation that you're going to have. So if we can look at the book of Sirach 2 verse 20.
Can't call it Sirach. Don't call it Sirach. Don't call it Sirach.
Watching that. Right? So
Ecclesiasticus. What do you want?
Ecclesiastic 26 verse 20.
Come on. Verse 20.
26 20.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26, verse 20. When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession through all the field, sow it with thine own seed, trusting in the goodness of thy stock.
The goodness. Who you think make our stock be good? It's not the other nation. It's the Most High that make our stock good. Because what? The other nation don't have no good in them. They don't even have good for themselves. So they're going to give you that good into yourself. It's the God of Jacob who make you good. And if their God will make them good, what would their God make you? Because you can't say what their God allowed them to do to you, right? They God telling that they're not supposed to be equal with you. They're supposed to hate you. They're supposed to treat you bad. Because when they get the chance to rule over you when you're going to slavery, even when some of us would escape, what they do? They block the path and push us back into it and say, these are the escape. And look at us now. We want to love them and they don't have no love for us.
Right.
If you find out that somebody don't love you, what are you supposed to do? Separate yourself from them because they already show you their true intentions. Right? Now you still want to go in the church, go join with them. When you see the ISUPK organization and we are out there churning out the word to you, bringing your things to make sure so you understand who you are, give you the support to be strong, give you the support to come to your God and to come back to your heritage, you don't want that. You say we are what? Cults. You say we are racist. Go and check in the Bible to see if God is racist now. Right? You say we're preaching hate, but the pastor in the church who tell us that God love everybody. You think I love that? It is not biblical that God love everybody, but you still believe in him. It is not scriptural that God love everybody, but you still believe in what the pastor tell you. Knowing that the pastor is pre-programmed to destroy you. And that your children will come and believe in the lies that him I tell you real. Because you carry it home and tell them, yes, God love everybody. It is not biblical. Have you searched it? Right? Is it I think called different strokes? When this little boy said to his grandmother, what if God is black? And then the other guy come up and say, if another nation of people is lost, it must be us. And then he have to persuade his grandmother and say, check it, grandma, in the Bible it says God is black. And when she read it, she say, he is. Really? All the time she in a church and I jump up a God church and I take her paycheck, go give pastor in a church. She don't find time to read the Bible and realize that God is black. Why? Because the pastor tell her, said, don't worry about the Old Testament. Just go to the New Testament and don't read this, but read on this. Listen to what I tell you. I am the pastor. I go to Bible college and I learn. So I come to teach you. So whatever I teach you, it is right. No. The Most High said, you must study to show yourself approved because this Bible wasn't approved by man. So the Most High tells us that you must study to show yourself approved of him, his words, because he know that his words is pure. Right? What can your pastor could have ever advised the Most High to do? Can't even run him own house. Because if you're not careful, all your wife will tell you, so you cannot stay in here because you're not doing what I said. You cannot come on and you cannot sleep in the bed with me tonight because you were supposed to do something I tell you to do, then you can't do. Eh? That means that him can't run him house. In children, I go look on the wife, I go turn the children against him in the house. You think you can turn our God against us? No, he punish us. That's fine. That's good because he cares. And he show that we are not bastards. Because those who don't punish, they are bastards. And with that, we're going to go to Exodus 1 verse 18. Right? So in your stock, the Most High stock himself, you must gather yourself and put your effort into your stock, right? But no, look at what he said to you. In the book of Exodus 1 verse 18.
The book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 18. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men, children alive?
You see, if the Egyptian woman know that, you see, these stock of people are special people. When the Hebrew children, the Hebrew wives go up on the stall to give birth, they are lively and happy. And they don't have to go through much struggle to give birth because they are giving birth to a nation of powerful people, God-chosen people. The stock that you must put your effort into. So the Most High stock is Most High telling you to gather yourself because you're a special stock of people. Now, when the Egyptian Pharaoh tell the midwife in Egypt to kill the male child, they realize we cannot do this because these people are special people. These stock of people don't just come to ordinary. During labor, they're happy, smiling and giving birth easily without any much effort. There is something special about these people. So why then you can't find that value in yourself, even though the ISUPK has been raising us up from 1969 till now, to make you know that you are a special, you are a holy people, you are a valuable people. You are the stock which God has put a lot of effort into to make you a holy people. Every other nation know this. So why are you so stubborn and stiff-necked that you still continue to hold on to the other nation God when their God is made by their hands? Can their God benefit you? Never. A dumb idol cannot do nothing for you. Because you can't take a fire to burn our God, but we can break down that statue and burn it and destroy it. Can they ever walk up to our God and destroy our God? Never. At times when they be disrespectful and say rude things and kindle his wrath against them, you see what the destruction they face. You have seen a try to disrespect Samson and he destroyed them. Because Samson take a donkey jawbone, just a donkey jawbone, you know, and he mess up a whole army that they flee in terror, scared. Isn't the same thing that Pharaoh did? When Pharaoh after in his own house a tremble, when he come and see him idols and kicked over and smashed them, he wonder who did it and then put it up back, and he backs it over and smash it up again, and bring terror to them house. That him have to decide to let go the children of Israel. So look at the stupidness where we sit down in this world, even we know that these are the last days, and we sit down same way and worship the other nation God. What is the benefit of that? There's no benefit in worshiping for them God, because your God already tell us, gather yourself. And with this, we call the history, we call this law class today the end. And we're gonna clap it up. Oh.
We're gonna pass it. You say you're gonna pass the security.
And we're gonna pass this on to the officer, priest and officer Ariala to read the security announcement.
These are the ISUPK security announcements. We have the ISUPK started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After this 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3 and 8 to 10. Means a tenth in the Hebrew. Ma'ah Asherah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. The Feast of First Fruits. Monday, June the 7th. Monday, June the 17th, count 50 days from the last day of unleavened bread. That date might differ, it might change. I've given you the 2024 date for the Feast of First Fruits or Pentecostal. So that it's in June. We'll get the date to you. Salakia other one, the Feast of First Fruits. It's not the 17th of June. What's the date? It's not on there, so that's last year's. That's 2024.
No, sir.
Khan. Announce holy convocation from the Shia. Remind Akim and Akwat to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the